The most beautiful smile I have had the pleasure and honor to see belongs to my sister, Elizabeth Marie Matier. Whether in tears of immense joy or intense sorrow, she wears a smile, and she wears it well. Diagnosed with multiple sclerosis over 20 years ago, MS has knocked her down on many occasions, but every time, she gets back up, with a smile in response to the pain. Having been diagnosed with MS just over a year ago myself, I can think of no greater source of inspiration for a condition that can't yet be cured, only endured. Her smile makes me smile.
You have known me all of your life. And I've known you since I was 3. As your older sister, you had to look up to me because I was taller. But I've always looked up to you because you had a wider smile. I was taller, your smile was wider.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm not sure if you are aware of the impact your signature smile has, but perhaps by the end of this conversation, you'll know. For now, getting back to years of knowing each other, it's not a person, but rather a diagnosis that you have known for over 20 years now. Liza, take us back to the beginning. Can you share the story of when you were first diagnosed with multiple sclerosis?
Well, from what I can remember, because it was kind of vague, I really didn't know what to think because I didn't know what multiple sclerosis was. And it was dramatic. I mean, it was pretty severe. I went blind in my left eye, optic neuritis, took complete sight. So I didn't even realize that I had gone blind in my left eye until I was running into people at work. I turned my head the whole way in order to see what I was doing. It really didn't hit me until a little further down the road because I didn't really accept what it was because I didn't know what it was going to do. It took a very, what's the word? I can't really think of the word right now, but it has affected my life in more ways than one. People always said, well, just pray and ask God to take it away. And I did not do that even once because God doesn't put anything on us that we cannot bear. So I just asked him to give me the strength to deal with it. It was hard sometimes, but I mean, it gets easier. Not really. That was just a joke. It doesn't get easier, but life has taught me. I used to say, it is what it is, but it is not. It's all what we make it. So it's really not bad if you just learn to have fun with it. I've learned that the pain does not go away. If anything, it gets worse sometimes, but you just have to have fun with it in one way or the other. Just can't let it take you.
Can't let it take you. Well, you know, when you grew up, your nickname was Liza. As an adult, you go by your real name, Elizabeth. I will always call you Liza, just like you will always call me Alicia, my real name. Beyond your name and beyond your diagnosis, you have a spirit and a strength in you that can't be defined or diminished by either. Where does it come from, Liza? I've seen you knocked down so many times, and each time you get back up stronger. So, question for the moment, where do you get your strength?
God. I mean, I have had to go without everything to actually appreciate what exactly I had. And MS has not been, it's been difficult, but by God's grace and mercy, I am able to see the benefits of it. I was going way too fast through life and running through things. I had to slow down, and I am that strong that I'm stubborn, and so I had to have my legs taken from me. I had to be paralyzed in order to sit my behind down. I had to lose my sight in order to slow down. My speech, I have to really think 5 times before I speak, like I'm supposed to. Anyways,
Mm.
I'm forced to do things that I should be doing because God he's the only thing that's given me the strength. A lot of this traveling, a lot of this experience, I've had to experience by myself. But I've never been really alone. I'm fine being alone as far as socially. I can be by myself, but I'm never lonely. And that's only from God. I don't worry. I just pray and leave it to Him.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Control what you can and let go of what you can't, yeah?
Yeah, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of something you don't grab onto in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not even grab it. I just, there it is. See you later. Bye.
See you later, bye. I remember you saying that more times than one. See you later, bye.
Yeah.
On to the next question here.
Yes, ma'am.
In all things, there is something to lose and something to gain. So speaking just a bit more in depth here when it comes to MS, what's been the hardest loss and what's been the greatest gain?
My relationship with God has been the greatest gain, because that in itself, has been my saving grace. The most difficult thing has probably been that I went through, and I feel like I'm regaining, but I don't think I really had it in the first place. I don't know. My relationships, or the lack thereof, it's kind of hard to give something that you don't have to give. So, I can go without my legs, but not being able to provide for my son the way I would like to. Like, even my granddaughter now. There's things I would like to do, but it's okay, because I've learned I'm going to do it. I will get from point A to point B. It's just I have to take different paths. And that's okay. Because, you and Stacy have always been more creative than me. I'm sorry, but I would go to you to decorate and things like that. Or to figure out how to say something. I'm not good with my speech. But that's okay, because, my brain has so many lesions on it and my spine. I have had to be creative to get from there to there, from here to there to here, either or. Sometimes backwards, sometimes forwards. But yeah, I lost my relationship with my son, and yeah, so it's a trial getting it back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I remember when I video called you one day. It was about a year or so ago, I guess, and it was to tell you about an article in MS that we had just published in our magazine. I remember telling you that I would send you the link, and then you could read it. And I remember you crying. And when I asked why you were crying, you told me because you couldn't read it. You were having a flare-up with your MS. You were having optical neuritis, and optical neuritis is a bitch. You couldn't read it.
Not to interrupt you, but it's not my MS. I still to this day will not claim it. It's a disease that lives within inside me, but it is not mine.
Thank you for the correction. Let me go back. Okay, you were dealing with a flare-up by MS, not your MS, just MS in general. Optical neuritis, again, I will say it is a bitch, and that you couldn't read. And I remember you smiling while crying and saying that it would be okay, because this is what you do. And I remember you being, to me, so inspiring. Do you know that it was your smile through those specific tears that inspired AwareNow podcast? Because if our stories couldn't be read, well, then we were going to make sure that they could be heard. You inspired more accessibility, more inclusivity. Do you know that?
That's what you have told me. Yes. Yeah. And you know, I don't think that I've been able to go through everything that I've gone through for nothing. God has allowed me to have something and get through it for a reason. I haven't figured out that reason directly yet, or how I was supposed to do it, but I think I was supposed to share my experiences and what I've done to get through it, to help others that may be going through the same thing. I did read this book, The Walls Protocol, and the first couple of things I read out of it was people sharing their story. And I was like, oh my gosh, they experienced something that I went through. Because with MS, it's so difficult. Talking to somebody that has not felt even a part of it. There are no words to describe it. There isn't. I was like, can you put my feelings into words? Because I still to this day cannot. So yeah, hopefully this interview will reach people because there is a for the pain. There really is. There's greatness to everything. We just have to find it.
We just have to find it. You just have to keep looking. Yes.
So far.
Well, and I remember speaking with you one day and just that conversation. It's about, the fact that you're living with MS. You're not dying with it. You're living with it. It's all your perspective and how you look at things and what lens you decide to look through. I want to focus for a moment on that topic of strength, because not only are you spiritually strong, you are physically strong. I mean, you've got some crazy guns. And it seems like one day you're in the hospital and the next day you are back at the gym. It's an uphill fight battling a chronic condition, chronic fatigue, physical weakness that is sort of signature with MS. Even when requiring your walker, you head to the gym, you head to work. What is your motivation? What is your motivation, Liza?
Life is for the living, right? And I don't want to just exist. I want to live. And I love to work out. I'm not going to let some illness keep me from working out. I mean, I was in the military. I blew all of them away. It's like PT, oh, not a problem. That was before I was diagnosed, but still, the MS was still inside me. But I'm stronger than that. And I enjoy it. Do what you love. Do what makes you feel good. There's too many things that make you feel bad. So if it feels great, like I get rid of a lot of stress by working out. So to me, it feels good emotionally, physically, and so that's for you. MS, you need to be physically strong. A body in motion stays in motion. If you sit there and be like, oh, poor me, what's that going to do for you? Nothing. It'll make you weaker. So I suggest anybody who is feeling pain, move your body. It's going to feel worse if you sit still. The longer you sit still, the more you're going to hurt. You just have to move a little bit, even if it's a little bit. Like I'll be sitting somewhere, I'm just moving, my arms flail all over the place, but who cares? I'm feeling better. I really don't care. It's okay. They can think I'm a weirdo, but at least I feel better.
You like they say in the song, like you gotta move it. So move it. Yes.
That's right.
So to close out this conversation, I wanted to go here with this. And I quote, "What a beautiful girl. What a beautiful smile." More people than I can count on my fingers and toes have referenced you, my sister, in this way over the years. Complete strangers, I'm sure, find hope in that smile. If there were words of hope that you could offer, not only to those with MS, but to anyone who's feeling hopeless, what would those words be?
God is great. And he created all of us. So, remember who you are and what you want to be. Don't let anybody and don't let yourself bring yourself down. You just have to think positive. Mind over matter. Smile.
I love you. I love that smile. I love the fact that you took some time today to sit and to speak and to publicly share your story and help all of us become a bit more aware now. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for helping me share my story. That helps others.
It will. An honor and a pleasure. It helped me.
Oh, well, then praise be to God. Yay.